Good morning, dear friends. Hope you're doing well. As we discuss on this playlist about a different kind of our development, personal development, how to be more fit, more strong, more healthy, and so on. So what about, talk not only about fitness or bodybuilding, about brain training and mind training as well. What's really important for be more success, more progressive in your life, for create better and better projects in the future and so on. So what on my opinion is really important, what I want to discuss today about reading. Why importance to read? First of all, need to mention some people, they can perceive the information much better visually. Some, they can't read much, but usually they can listen really well. Yeah, and so on. And some people mixed up. But when we see the, let's say, documentary movie or some actor, he reading audiobooks for us, we can catch someone else's mood, someone else's perspective view. So let's say director, he see the things from this angle and he show it for us from this perspective. Same like I do from my short movies or whatever. So I want to deliver some message and I see it like that, and I think the best way for show it, for people can feel it and so on. And I show it in a certain way. So same another director, they do it for us. But in a book, when the writer transferred a certain feelings and picture and so on, we work with our imagination. So we read about description of the room and the description of the character and what's going on in his mind and so on and so on. So our mind create all of that picture. That's why it's really important for the writer make a lot of tiny details in descriptions so we can understand why he in that place, why this room look like that, and so on. So basically, probably the difference between a good writer and not so good, who and how can make this kind of description. Okay, always when I try to make a video, someone start to make a noise outside, whatever. For example, I can tell you about some high school, college or private schools. There is no gadgets because they know if they want to increase the level of the students, they not use the gadgets because these things make us more dumb. I explained already why. Because we use less our neural connections and we make extension to our body by use the gadgets. So we not remember it anymore, we always try to find the information. And there's a big difference when you absorb information and you analyze and thinking logically and try to create by your own mind. There's a really big difference. So you can, like a sponge, absorb a lot of information, but it's not the same to make it creative. And statistics is really bad. So generation from 70s, 80s, 90s, so creativity was get less and less, and after stop, and now it's go down because we not use our creativity unfortunately anymore, especially for the new generation who just born with the gadgets and so on. So in private schools it's no gadgets and everything in really classical old way, handwriting, because it's motoric connection connect to your brain. So try to write more with the notes. It's really good exercise. At least make simple notes on the fridge what you need to do. And yeah, reading the books. If you not really like to read books, you can find something not really intense for you. Maybe science fiction, fantasy, I don't know, documentary, whatever, detective, anything. So a little bit of reading, this make your brain work, your creativity work, your imagination. And let's say a lot of really success people, for instance, Warren Buffett, whatever, hundreds of them, they read a lot. They read at least hour or hours a day. So imagine if you will read like half an hour a day, in 1 month you can read a few books. Yeah, so in 1 year you can read a lot of books, right? It's mean level of information you collect and time when you spend for your creativity and work with your brain, it will be way bigger compared to other people. So basically for you will be much more easy for analyze some information, for logically get to some critical point compared to others who just cannot. So it's same when, let's say, people under drugs who use some, well, what we can compare. Tranquilizer, when you think really slow, but you can get to the point. You just think really slow compared to other normal people. And people who are under weed, who just cannot understand what's going on. As hard as try, you just cannot get to the point. That's it. So if you not use your logic much, you just cannot get to the point. You just logically cannot link the connection. So what I try to say, just try to read a little bit, try to find some interesting stuff. And yeah, if you read at least 20 pages a day, so with a few months you can complete several books. And if you will read some stuff like Be More Success, Make a Business, or something you're interested in, if you're a mechanic or maybe programmer or whatever, you can read the stuff what will make you more success, more progressive, better professional, and so on. So I try to make like really short videos for just give you an idea for your brain activity, and just try to explain in really simple words why this reading is important and such important. I just don't want to get to the details because video will be too long, but if you're not that lazy, you can make research and find out much more information about. And later, of course, we'll discuss much more different things, how to develop ourselves, how to be more progressive, and maybe a little bit more about the mind training as well. Yeah, meditation, concentration, visualizations works really well. So everything else we will pass to the next videos, so stay tuned. Yeah, and thank you for your support.